to the broadcast. You know, every once in a while we hear the stories that are just so disturbing and they make me so angry, and I get frustrated that I feel like there's not anything that I can do about it. But maybe you've heard this very unfortunate story. Drew Carey actually stood up and offered a $10,000 reward for the kids that were responsible for an ice bucket challenge hoax on a little boy with autism. And they dumped feces and urine and just disgusting. I know, it's disgusting, isn't it? On this little boy. And so now Drew Carey has stepped forward and said, I'll offer a $10,000 reward. And you said Montel Williams has matched that too. And
I mean, you guys, y'all know how I feel about this. I have a child on the spectrum. I'm gonna get emotional. I literally had to like put a post on my Facebook page saying, I appreciate that you guys are seeing this because it means more people are aware, but please stop sending it to me.
Like I can't read
Because every time someone
again.
sent it to me, it was like reimagining all over again what was happening to this little kid that could be my son.
Yeah.
And it makes me sick that we're crowdfunding to raise money for people who are potentially racist and this and that. Crowdfund for this little boy.
Yeah.
Give money to this fund that they're going to create a reward to bring these kids to justice so that they seek or that they get the punishment they deserve. Right. You know what I mean?
And I wonder if it's, I try to like get inside the mind of, you know, these dumb kids, and I think it must be so social media driven. And Ashley, I mean, you know, we've all had a bout with social media, and especially you with Bachelor in Paradise and The Bachelor before that.
I mean, I just think the bullying is out of control. I mean, where are the parents? That's my thing. My parents it wouldn't even cross my mind because my parents I'd be dead. I wouldn't be here, you know?
My mom would have driven me to the police station.
Yeah,
and here she
absolutely.
is.
you know, and that's good parenting, you know? And these parents, I mean, as long as they stand up and make sure that the kids come forward. But the bullying online it's out of control. And it's, who are you, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not fair.
And people doing things for the sake of being famous or infamous. I mean, we've talked about it before.
Infamous,
kids online setting themselves on fire. What, so you can go viral, you might be dead. It just doesn't make any sense.
There was something going around online, and it was supposedly a photo of the officer in the Ferguson thing beat up. Well, this isn't really him. But this went online, it went viral, people were talking about it. There was another story about Betty White passing away. Betty White is not dead, but there was an article going around about it. So the question really is, how much can we trust that we see on social media? And how much is just twisted completely out of control?
And how much responsibility do we have before we start retweeting and putting this crap out there, before we check its validity? Because we're part of the problem if we retweet without checking our facts, and it makes me so angry.
Yeah.
It makes, when I saw that picture of that pseudo who was supposed to be the police, I'm like, that's not him. It's not him. Just do a little bit of research. It's not hard to Google somebody and see what they look like. You know what I mean?
Even then, it's, you know, when you Google something, some of those phony stories will come up first. And if you don't really read and you don't really do the due diligence, then you get the bad information out there. It's just...
And we'll be able to talk about that a little bit more with one of our guests coming up. So, yeah, it'll be exciting.
We have a very interesting guest, and maybe you have heard his story and about the show and the documentary and now the series on MTV, Catfish, and it's a very, very interesting way to look at social media and the things that happen in social media. And hopefully we're going to get from him maybe some tips on what to look for, how to be, how to you know,
respond and what to do and all that good stuff. He's got some great tips in his book, so
I need those.
It'll be interesting. I know, right? I mean, it seems like everyone on this panel at some point in time has had to deal with internet bullying.
Ashley and I were just talking about this in the makeup room. We have a lot of similar stories, I think, and I'm excited to talk to Neve soon.
I'm always shocked at how bold people are.
Oh, but
I mean,
I'm behind the computer.
Why don't you just
Twitter balls. Twitter balls.
She's got the best
I call
description.
them little Cheeto eaters.
Cheeto eaters. Cheeto fingers.
Getting their keyboards nasty, but
they're sitting there licking their little Dorito fingers, typing
just
away.
Keep typing away because you look silly. I don't. You follow me. They follow you. I don't follow you.
Right. The scary thing too is, and we'll talk to Neve more about this, but when that sense of anonymity allows you to feel that you can create an entire being, an entire personality that is so false from what you actually
so
are.
elaborate, and just the time it takes to do that, and then to use that persona to like tear somebody else's life up, I think is. It'll be interesting to talk about the psychology behind that.
Yeah, I wonder how much of it is like a mental health issue.
It's gotta be,
for sure,
right?
and just a sense of entitlement that we can just go in and type a paragraph or 10 sentences and just destroy someone's life.
I hate it.
And I tell some of my friends, just because I'm at the mercy of your entertainment a little bit on television doesn't mean I always am. So when you constantly hear this every day, I'm human. You're human.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a heart and a soul, and those things can definitely break someone down.
And it's interesting that you say that, because like Courtney had said that many times on the show. She's like, look, I understand that you sign up for a reality show, you put yourself out there, and you kind of have to take what you get, but there does come a time where where the line needs to be drawn, and especially when you're out of it, when you're no longer on the show. I mean, we have the finale of your show tonight, but you know that already you'll still continue to hear from some of those people.
I mean, Amy's still hearing it,
Yeah,
and it's ridiculous.
I'm still getting it, and this was in May. So I was telling Ashley kind of a scenario how, it still trickles in, and, you deal with it.
You people just be nice.
You get thick skin, and that's a good thing.
Be nice. Okay,